Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please press the notification button so each time I post, you will get notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's rainy and gloopy, whatever, outside. It's a wet one out there. It's definitely a wet one. So yeah, that's the day. All right, so something pushed me to come on. I've seen this specific deck. I have not used this deck ever. I think once, years ago. It's called Beyond Lemuria. That part. So I'm not gonna be on too long. I gotta get to work. I have a busy day, actually. And I haven't had any coffee, so bear with me. Alright, let's see. We're going to say our prayers and let's get into the cards. Alright, our Father in heaven, hallowed be the name, the kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our trespasses as those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For them is the kingdom and the power and the glory. May the Lord be with us all. I invoke the powers of Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, Metatron, and Son of Fin to please protect my energy and my space, and to also let me be a clear conduit for the message that I will be delivering today for the collective. Amen. Let's see what we get. All right. Oh. So we have a radical expansion, 40, so 4. So expanding yourself consciously, like energetically, vibrationally. So being surrounded with people that are high vibrational, that have goals, that have dreams, that see things from a different perspective, not just their own perspective. Like thinking outside the box instead of being in the box. Like only thinking one way. It's thinking in multiple ways. So you know how a lot of people condemn us spiritual people because we see things, hear things, and know things that people don't know or see or hear? We all have different gifts, right? So a lot of people call us crazy, whatever. And then we channel whatever. And then they're like, oh, how did you know that? It's like, okay, you just asked me, so I told you. But it is what it is. Embracing and giving more love to yourself, to your dreams. Also connecting to your spirituality. It's so important. It's not all about the 3D reality, right? It's about the spiritual aspect of yourself. Knowing thyself, right? As Jesus says, know thyself. Why did Jesus pick each sinner? Right? They were all sinners. There were 12 apostles, but they were all sinners. But God didn't pick them because of their sins, right? God picked them because of their heart. Because they knew deep down inside who they truly, really were. Besides everybody else condemning them. So being on a spiritual path, you get condemned, like Jesus, you know. It just like in life too, you know what I mean? A lot of us experience that growing up, being the black sheep, being condemned, being unwanted, unloved. A lot of us have experienced that. Some people have not, but I have personally. That's why I respect. So let's say if I'm in a relationship, I'm going to respect my partner because I know what it's like not to be respected or valued. That's why I don't just date anybody. Also, I'm on a spiritual path, so I'm only allowed to date people that are on my frequency alignment. And that's impossible because a lot of men don't want to do the work. And it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. We get it. We get it. So, okay, so 40, radical expansion. Let's read it. Okay. It says living and loving at full capacity, being unapologetically you, self-expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power. Yes. Being visible to the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creative expansion, radical ways of being. Not radically deranged, but man, I tell you, there's people who are radically deranged. Let's continue. Okay, so it says, what would it be like to live, love, and feel at full capacity? Do you imagine what it would be like? This card is about being truly and unapologetically you. The gifts you take are too bold for this world, and those heartfelt experiences you believe in should hold back on. Might just light someone up. The physical self expansion that dull down so that you to fit in, and those dreams that seem too vast could be previously what the world is waiting for. Exactly. Why try to fit in? You're supposed to be different. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. Okay, so let's say example COVID, right? When they were like, hey, you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. And everybody was, the sheeple, had to wear their mask. That's following the crowd instead of thinking for yourself. So a lot of us that thought for ourselves, we were secluded because we weren't buying into the bullshit. Oh, like the climate, like what? Climate change now? They're pushing for the climate change? Yeah, that part. Let's say how many people are going to fall for that shenanigans, but okay. Do you feel you have the right to take up space? Our auras can expand manifold, but we often choose to keep them tight to our bodies, maybe for safety. But what is this contrast in which we have imprisoned ourselves? That part. Where does this subtle or not so subtle shame come from? Why not dance our most beautiful dance, dress in a way that makes us feel magnificent, and sing so our voices are heard? Considering the paradigm of our judgment as in others can help us expand this authentic expansion. We may not be aware of the thoughts that were imprinted in us from a young age. Remember, everything starts from a young age. What your parents say to you. Okay, so I was in foster care. I was in a foster care system. I was raised in a foster care system. I was born in the foster care system. My mom gave me up when I was born. So I went through a lot of trials and tribulations. Also, people tell me I'm not going to be anything. Like my foster mother. She said I was going to be a prostitute like my mother. I have 3 kids by the same by the same man that I was with for 15 years. But, okay. That's no here nor there. Also, she would put me, she would give praises to my sister and not give me the praises. She would say, oh, your sister did, Okay, but she has 4 kids by 4 different men, and she doesn't take care of none of them. Well, okay. To each your own. So see how damaging a parent can do to a child? It starts at a very young age. What you instilling in your children. There are parents, teachers, society, and the media. We were just saying that. Look at that. Crazy. Separation and limitations begins with your beliefs around its acceptability and what is not. Connection and possibility come through owning your power and embracing your responsibility to be more visible to the world. To not shy away from life. It is time for radical ways of being and thinking, and you can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you. 11:11. Having a voice is essential for power to shift back to individuals and communities outside of prescribed normality. It is time to unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart-based empowerment and radically unconventionally gifts, and to have fun with it. So, the meaning to this card, to this specific card. Okay. It says, it is time for expansion. You can be as big as your energy wants to be. Stop and consider anything that is holding you back. This card is a permission slip that allows you to let go of limiting stories and take up all the space you need. Have fun unleashing who you are, as bold and radical as some of your ideas or offerings might be. Who is to say they are not what the world is waiting for? What the world wants. Take note of any judgment of authentic expression towards yourself or others. Be mindful that creativity, exploring unrefined expression may be what is needed right now. Remember to center yourself in your hearts and be the masterpiece your soul always wanted you to be. Remember, it's your journey, not anyone else's journey. It's your path, not anyone else's path. If God chose you for a specific path, it's kind of like the story of Job. You know when Job lost his whole family and God gave him a whole new family, a whole new tribe, because he listened. Even though he lost his whole family, God blessed him with a new family. Look at what happened with Moses. Moses parted the seas. Look at what happened with Noah. Everybody called Noah crazy because he was building a boat. And then when the time came, guess what happened? That part. 1344, I just said that. So, all right, let's, I don't know, something's telling me to take these two. I didn't want to be here too long, but obviously it is what it is. All right, let's see. So yeah, expand. Who cares what people think of you? I got called many names. Every name in the book. It's like, okay, that's what you get. That's what you got. That's all you got. So I got called old hag. I was called a whole bunch of names. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's see. It's crazy when you get the abuse from your parent. So when somebody else bullies you, it's like, oh, that's what you got? My mom bullied me. Like, come on now. That's what you got. Oh, that's what you got. It says warm feelings. Create space for quiet moments each day to reconnect with yourself. Time to reflect. Honor memories. Honor memories, let remembering comfort you. Knowing reflections can bring healing and closure. Finding solace. Solence. Whatever. All right. Self-awareness. We have 5 cards again. What's going on with this 5? We have 5 cards. We have 3, and then we have 2, so it's 5. We have 5 cards. So it says self-awareness. Accept yourself as you are and embrace your true self, imperfections and all. Honest reflections. Exactly. Being honest with yourself. Loving the quirks. Loving being weird. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be like... Stop trying to meet the Jones. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. Just love what you want. True essence. Let yourself feel all your emotions and honor them as a vital part of your complete self. Self-shelter. Believe in your ability to remain secure no matter the circumstances. Inner strength. That part, yeah. So yeah, this card correlates with everything that I was saying, yeah. Yeah. Honor your feelings. Honor your memories. Have self-awareness. Be true to who you truly are. And if you need to escape from people, places, and things, go on a trip. I don't know. I was thinking about taking like this weekend. I don't know. I was thinking about taking like a little road trip or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let's see how this week goes. I have a busy week, so I might just, I have a shitload of things to do at home. So I don't know. I might just try. Take my car and just go for a ride somewhere. I don't know. Or clean, because I need to clean. Virgo's always clean. Virgo's just... We're weird. We can't keep our house dirty. Oh, as well. I just got my new desk. So this setting, we're going to be changing it. We're getting a new desk. Actually, I got to put it together. And I don't know if I'm going to paint this weekend. I don't know. So I'm going to redo my YouTube office. My YouTube studio / office. So this whole thing is going to be different. I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend or next weekend, but things are going to be shifting. We're getting rid of the old energy and we're bringing in new energy. We're getting rid of these desks. I had these desks for like 2 years, 3 years. It's been 3 years when I started my YouTube studio in my other apartment, when I had my apartment. And so, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so warm feelings. Let's clarify warm feelings. Forge a path, making headway, moving quickly, leadership position. Yeah, moving forward too. You're supposed to be a leader, not a follower. You're supposed to lead, not follow. You're supposed to open different paths. Different states of consciousness. A higher state of consciousness, not a lower state, a higher. Once you hit that peak of higher consciousness, it's hard to intertwine with other people that are not like-minded. And it's not like you're better than them or they're better or anything like that. You're not better than anyone. No one's better than anybody. But the thing is, if you crave that higher consciousness, you will seek it. Remember, what seeks you seeks it. Whatever you are seeking is seeking you. Honoring memories. Intuition. Follow your heart. trust, navigate challenges. Navigate through the challenges. Everybody's navigating through these challenges. Especially we have these planets in Aries. And Aries is like the I am, right? That's the base chakra. That's the I am. Which is pretty interesting because they want you to be more in your... they want you to be more in your power. And Aries is also the god of war and Greek mythology. It's the first zodiac. And Pisces is the last zodiac sign. Also, remember, we have Ophiuchus, which they took out. Remember, we're going through the Gregorian calendar. No, not the Gregorian. We forgot. No, we left the Gregorian, right? Yeah. So technically, we're supposed to have 13 days and 13 months. Reflections. Complete the next move. Observe before acting. Which makes perfect sense. Self-awareness. Reflections. Yes. True essence. Blue moon. Rare opportunity. Make a wish. Good luck. So, true essence. Let yourself feel all of your emotions and honor them with a vital part of yourself. Your complete self. Yeah. You are rare. Self-shelter. So, potential. Use your gift. Shine bright. Unique opportunities. Exactly. And this makes perfect sense because self-shelter, believe in your ability to remain secure no matter the circumstances, inner strength, potential, use your gifts, shine bright, unique opportunities. Where's that? Wow, this is pretty interesting because we have two different decks, and this one says depicted guide and this one says ascending, right? It's the energy is in alignment. Depicted guide. Growth often happens in the shadows before it is fully realized in the light. Seek your source. Remember, light and dark. Ascending, moving up, next level. Reach the peninsula. Remember I said to reach for higher consciousness? There you go. It's confirming what I'm saying. It's taking the leap. All right, we're going to close out with actually do some journal work because I know you guys like that. So we're going to do that and see what we get. I'm going to use this one. I need coffee, like loads of coffee. You'll get 20-ounce cup of coffee. That part. All right. Let's see. Can you please close this out with a card? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Come on. Wow. This is interesting. So we have one that we can see, right? And we have one that we can't see. So we have 2 cards. So it says 30. There is only light. Exactly. There is only light. And then we have 20, soul writing. We had this card a few videos back. Yeah, rewriting your soul. You can do that. I've done it. It's not that hard. Once you're on a spiritual path, you have to let go of people, places, and things because they're not on your frequency. When God's, kind of like I said about Noah, Job, Moses, we all listen to the call and we all walk our talk. Yes, we all had to leave people, places, and things behind because they were not serving us in any way on a spiritual sense. Because we are in a spiritual war. We're going to read 30, There's Only Light. And then we're going to go. Okay, let's read it. It says, darkness is just an abundant absence of light. Let's read that again. Darkness is just an absence of light. Excuse me. Now I'm getting the hiccups. Weird. Light is sought after the extraordinary. We seek clarity of light, a lightness of being and light bulb moments. Light bypasses the analytical mind and takes us straight into loving wisdom. It is time for you to step up into your shining light. Be illuminated. Be light in. Today's a day to release any disturbance in your energy. Interesting, because remember last night I said there was a distorted masculine. And remember, we all have masculine and feminine within ourselves. It's like a distorted masculine not being analytical, just being more driven on their ego. Happiness will come naturally unless you do something to prevent it from happening. Release all that is stopping happiness from flowing into your world, and it will appear before you. It seems too easy, but it is truly that simple. Until you realize this, you will remain connected to the belief that struggle is a required, perhaps more respected, lessons linked path. We often take on the belief that if we struggle, others will think more of us and we will appreciate things more. Not true. When you go against the soul, you move away from your brightness. The darkness is a sign. It is time to feel your way back into your heart and soul. That part. Inspired reflections and actions. Greet the sun every day. Breathe partials of sunlight into your chest to lighten the load of your heart. There's meditations, there's guided meditations on YouTube that will assist you with your heart chakra. Take deep breaths in and out. Imagine your breath is filled with a kind of calm and peace. Each breath relaxes you more and more. Go through your clothes and shoes and let go of anything you have not worn for a few years or no longer gives you joy. I just did that not that long ago. I got rid of a whole bunch of crap. Journal work. Draw or write a story you often tell that makes you feel sad, bad, or mad. Then ask yourself who you would be without this story. Draw or write a new story that makes you feel glad, great, or at peace. You can write your story anytime. Stop living the old story. The only one that can manifest a new story is you. By listening to your intuition. Like if you are, let's say you're at a job and you know that that job is really bad for you. Like you're sick all the time, you're not feeling well, you're just there just to pay bills. Then that job is not for you. Because that energy is not in alignment. You will feel happy when you are in alignment with what you want to do with people, places, things, situations. Okay, so if I didn't let go of my past would have came with me and I would not have grown to the extent that I have grown within myself. If I kept on going to people, places, and things that were not serving me, that wasn't reciprocal, that wasn't respected. Because as Virgos, we give without expecting anything. Then we drain ourselves and then we feel angry. And I notice a lot of Virgos are starting to give that more to themselves and giving less to others. Because we're never valued. Because because they take our kindness for weakness. People take our kindness for weakness. Or they think that we're stupid. That part. Or they think we're gullible because we have a big heart. Let's just say I just won't give you my time, my energy, my resources ever again. I could go build, like, you know, the beavers, they take their sticks and they go build. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. Just go build somewhere else. Go build something bigger, better. Like, okay, so let's say relationships. I was in a relationship for about a year and some change. I got cheated on. I was actually a rebound. I did not know I was until after the fact. And also, he cheated on me while we were dating. Okay? Also, many other things. Now, if I was to stay in that relationship, I would still not be happy. I would be miserable. Like you see in my videos, I'm much more happier. I'm much more vibrant. I feel like I'm starting to come to myself. That's what happens when you're in a toxic relationship. You lose yourself. Once you step back and you realize and you look at it from a different perspective and you're like, yeah, this is not what I want for myself, for my mind, for my spirit. It's not healthy. Stop being in situations that are not healthy. Stop staying in places too long when you see all the red flags. And especially when they're a taker and not even a giver. They only give you just a little bit for what is convenient for them. But they don't take in consideration that you're a single parent, that you have health issues, that you're going through personal stuff, that you take care of a home, that you have to be the woman and the man in the home, not by fucking choice. It's not like I told their father to go do drugs and to hang out with the wrong people. That's what he chose to do. See? People, places, and things that you choose to hang out with will destroy you. Now, when you take yourself out of the equation, right? Life gets better. That part. Well, my friends, I gotta go to work. I gotta go make some money. Because money's calling me. So, yeah. So, happy Wednesday. God bless you all. It was a pleasure to read for you this morning. I usually don't come on in the mornings. When I come on, it's for a reason. I don't ask questions. I just do. So, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please press the notification button so each time I post, you will get notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. You guys have a great Wednesday, because I sure am. Even though it's crazy and wet outside. I need some coffee. we're gonna go make some coffee. That's where we're gonna go do. Make some coffee. Alright, guys, I don't know. I'll probably be back on later. I don't know. If I get pulled, come on, I will. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Alright, guys. Nothing to... Okay. So I'll talk to you guys soon.